How's it going, everybody? Long time no see. DreadsAreus coming at you today with 4 months, excuse me, 4 years and 6 months. Not really a whole lot to say other than I'm watching everybody's videos, always bigging them up, telling everybody to keep growing, and I wish and I hope that you guys do that. Come into thy natural self and embrace your roots. You know what I'm saying? And let your outside show of what you're learning and what you're doing on your inside. As I said before, I'm 4 years in, 6 months. I never thought I'd be this long in the dread game. It was kind of like the old me dying, like a baptism of sorts, if you will. The old me dying and coming into learning thy new self in this new journey. Excuse me. That I have taken on in this dread game. Learned a lot, grown a lot, and the hair has also grown a whole lot. So I'm going to give you a little tour, take you around the head, kick it old school with you. Of course, we're going to hit you with that 360 and just talk a little bit about what I've been noticing as the years have gone by with growing the dread. So deeds, not words, right? Enough talk. Let's go ahead and get this down. So what have I learned about dreads and having dreads over 4 years and 6 months? I do believe my 4 years and 6 months was actually on the 18th. What have I learned? Patience, a whole lot of patience. Everybody always asks me that, man. Well, how long does it take? Or, you know what I'm saying? Yada, yada, yada. What do you do to get your hair like that and all of that, man? It's just a whole lot of patience. And this wasn't the original form of my dreads. If you go back and you look earlier into my channel, you will see how the dreads were forming earlier on. Now, I did have some things happen along the journey that caused the dreads to be ripped, and that's kind of where they're at today. So these dreads would have had a totally different look had they not been ripped apart. And it still hurts my heart to say that, but it is what it is, and we continue to move forward. One thing we will not be doing, regardless of what happens to the dreads, is breaking these out. It's a no-no, man. If anybody had buildup and goo and oil and grease and all of that in their hair, it's me, man. Now, I'm sure that shows up, somewhere in the dread, actually, as they do or will get cut one day. That may show up. But right now, it never even crosses my mind, man. It's approaching summertime. The dreads are getting hot. I do keep them back a lot more. That's something that I would like to touch on. I always seen cats earlier on, or gentlemen, or even ladies, for all that goes. When they have longer dreads, they would always keep them pulled back. Always keep them in a pony or something. And I always used to say, if I ever achieved that length to where I can get a ponytail, I would never rock that. You know what I mean? For one, I think it just causes because you're constantly pulling, it just causes your hairline to recede. And I just don't like that fashion. But I do find myself, that is my go-to though. Or I might rock two, you know what I'm saying? I have one on each side or something like that. But throwing them back, or I wear them straight up. Like the pineapple top or whatnot. I wear mine straight up. Like so. And I'll put 2 or 3 bands on there and make them stand straight up just to keep them off my neck, man. You know what I mean? Because a lot of the heat I find, because I'm always constantly wearing them like this and wearing them wrapped around the shoulders like so. That's where I find a lot of the heat concentrating at. You know what I'm saying? So I try to get a couple ponies or wear them up, something like that, just to keep them off thy neck. Anyway, let's take a look at them, a little closer look. A lot of these have been combined, as you know, earlier on in my videos. I talk about that. A lot of people always want to know, why is the dread so thin right here? And why is it so thick at the bottom? Give you a better example, something like this. This is actually 2 different dreads that have been 2-strand twisted together. They were both extremely thin. Something like this example where I showed you over here. Something like this. It's about how thin they were. I didn't want to lose them. So I just combined them. Or I 2-strand twisted them together. You know, I really wish I hadn't done that, but it is what it is. All kinds of little babies, you know what I'm saying, growing over here on this side. These are all babies right here. And that's not all of them. I still got plenty more to get. Yeah. And there's even smaller ones coming in off of those. Babies having babies, you dig? Um, but yeah. Those are the latest ones. And they plaquing, they doing what they do, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm at the stage where I don't even really worry about it no more. I see the date and I'm like, oh, it's time to shoot a video. You know, that's about the only time you see me messing around with it or doing something like that, just trying to show you guys on camera, you know, the best of my ability to what's going on. Now this one here, this one is really thin too. I'm trying to get you guys a good shot, but it did link up. I think this may happen by itself too. It did link up with another one here, so these two will eventually form one. And as you can see, it's got a little third little baby. It's got all kinds of babies hanging off of it. Well, no, it's just got one actually. That's another dread. But anyway, I got this big thick one back here. That's actually, I think this one's three of the smaller, three of the smaller dreads that were combined earlier on in my journey. And it's got another one that I poked through it, trying to get it to combined up. So that's eventually gonna be one super thick lock over here. And then it's got a baby that it brought along with it. And like I said, a lot of that happened whenever it was ripped. And boy, is it ever hot in this little bathroom. Have to speed this up a little bit. This little guy over here doing this thing. I remember when he used to stick straight out like this and wouldn't lay down. Now he just flopped. Let me got a big one here in the front. Not a big one, but you know, about down to the end of my nose. Not even really trying, really. And then he's got a brother right here. And they pretty, you know what I'm saying? They getting pretty long on me. Try to take you around to that back. Or maybe we'll just do left hand side first. It's the left, how we looking on the left. Nice cylindrical one right here. One of my favorite dreads right here. Hit you with that back. Trying to look and see how you're viewing it on camera so I can keep myself in the shot. That's what the back looking like. Let me get you a link down my back. Head straight up, no lean. That's about where it touches on my back. Of course, you can't see that totally. Let me try to boost up a little bit so you still can't get it all in the shot. Anyway, it's pretty long. It's about mid back, you know, right in between my shoulder blades or whatnot. Right hand shot. How we looking on that right? Right hand side. Of course, we come back to that straight on. So I know this video's kind of gotten away from me, but I've been needing a longer video anyway. I got all kinds of these jokers too. Just babies. Another one here in the front. Yeah, and this one over here on my right hand side, of course, that we spoke about earlier. I got a real crazy one, smaller one over here. Oh, okay, here we go. This is 1, 2, and 3. Anyway, that's enough. I know you guys tired of looking at me with 8 minutes worth. I apologize. 10 minutes worth, I should say, by now. But just keeping strong in the game, man. Staying positive and, you know, wearing the crown everywhere I go. Still draw mad attention, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I always get a lot of questions. Love educating and reasoning. Love it. Anyway, peace and love. Everyone, all the new guys and ladies that have joined the channel, I appreciate y'all. Everybody that subscribes and checks out what DreadsAreus got going on, I appreciate you. Till the next time, peace and love. Deuces.